This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Ooh. Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the LinkUp podcast with your host, Mr. King and Kana.
What goes on, everybody?
And on today's episode of the LinkUp podcast, we got a special guest in the building, none other than St. Martin's own DJ Bean.
Mama, I give you a special introduction there, man. Alright.
I don't know if you want to claim St. Martin or Suriname. Which one of your homes you claiming more? Because it's St. Martin's own.
I just claim both of them,
Okay then.
I love both my places.
Multicultural in this place and thing.
Of course.
Okay then.
So, this is one of... But we can say both of us practically grew up with Bean. He's an ever associate. He ain't practically from ever, but he was always there.
Until Gary disowned me, but it's okay.
Oh,
I ain't even had to say nothing. I ain't even had to say nothing. He don't mention it. Because we know this a bush road, man.
But we can't be
First of all.
Yeah, we can't really be bringing up them things again. I mean, we 2018 now, man. That's the past. But
the man decided to leave and abandon Ebba in favor of Bush Road.
My mother decided to leave. If it was up to me, I would have stayed there for the rest of my time in St. Martin.
Okay then. Now that we got that out of the way. The fact that you're not the Bush Road man, even though some people may perceive it as that.
You may perceive it as that.
For everybody that does not know, Bush Road is just an area in the district in St. Martin.
That's all
it's just, little altercations between the two of them.
Nah, man. Ain't nobody talking about altercations. They just like to harass being. Like, that's all.
But I mean, you specifically point him out as a Bush Road man. So I mean, I just figured I'd give a little backstory to why that was made specific, But anyway, we got a homie up here.
Yeah, man. Good being up here.
Explain to the people who he is, where you come from, why you doing up here.
Who's Bean?
Born Suriname, raised St. Martin. I up here studying media management right now. Planning to organize my own events, but all that coming next year. Okay. And I'm probably doing hobby after the study.
So you're doing MBO now?
MBO now, yeah.
Okay. And
how long you been up here?
5 years. 5 years.
You only been up here 5 years?
Boy, yeah, boy.
I mean, that's a long time still, but I thought you was up here longer than that.
5 years.
Okay. And you still in the same study?
No, I graduated from ICT in 2015, and then I graduated this year for media management.
Oh, okay.
How come the shift from something like ICT to then media? Those is very kind of
yeah. I know that question was coming. You can see it like this. How I see it. I do ICT at first, so I could fix my own computers.
Wait. Explain this to people. What is ICT?
ICT is just information technology. Yeah, that.
Information communication technology.
Oh, there you go.
That's fixing computers, dealing with software, hardware, yada. And being a DJ, I just use my laptop a lot. And instead of paying for somebody to fix it, I could do it myself.
Or make upgrades or whatever if you ever want to do anything.
I could do all of myself. And that's why I do ICT first, and then I say, let me go pursue my dream as becoming an event manager. And I start in here by media management.
Something that's a lot more, that makes a lot more sense to correlate with what you do as a DJ on the side. Understandable.
Yes, exactly.
So how long you really been doing this DJ thing? I mean, we know you've been doing it for a while, but just to clarify for everybody else.
I was a bedroom DJ between 2007 and 2010.
Okay, wait. First, clarify what that is.
I was just about to do that. The term bedroom DJ is you being a DJ who to just practice the whole time until you know that you're ready to go to the clubs.
DJing as a hobby versus a profession, basically. Like you wasn't getting paid. It was just more like I'm practicing, working on the skills and doing it because you like to DJ type of thing.
And then from then on, you could see if you're gonna do it as a job or just keep it as a hobby and make money on the side.
Okay.
So between 2007 and 2010, I was a bedroom DJ, and then from after that, I went on trend all in places, and you could say I start professionally in 2010.
So what was your first paid gig?
My first paid gig, that was it was for one of Andrew Dick Jams. I ain't gonna boycott him.
Sweatbox from Wayful back in the day?
No, I was still too young for that.
Okay.
I was too young for the Sweatbox Jams.
So, which one this was? What venue this was?
This was at Impulse.
Aha.
His first jam at Impulse. That was my first paid gig.
Okay then.
And my first time playing in Tantra was 2011. First time playing in Soggy was 2011.
Okay. And what would you say is like one of your the accomplishments or places that you played and stuff that you most proud of so far?
So far, my biggest accomplishment is playing in Switzerland, Zurich, and
How you get that one?
Yeah,
through Spy. Through DJ Spy.
Okay.
Will they explain a little bit of like how that
Shout out DJ Spy.
came about?
Yeah, shout out to
and,
DJ
like,
Spy.
So it's just
basically,
what party it was, like how what happened?
Like, I mean, now a lot of people say, "Hey, going to Switzerland to play." So I mean, what happened?
basically what happened was I come up here and I didn't try DJing for like a year because I wanted to get used to the whole environment of Holland and whatnot. And Spy was actually the first person to give me a shot to DJ in a club in Holland. And from then on, me and Spy just grew a connection. I practically I can't say understudy, but
Protege.
Underling.
That's what I was actually looking for. I was practically his protege or underling. And from then on, everywhere he goes, he tries to bring me so I could get my name out there. So we kind of working together. And he's somewhat my manager.
True that. So it's just like, okay, there's this
So he had the
party in
connects over there,
Switzerland,
yeah.
and it was like, all right, cool. So we going, you come with
Exactly.
me, do your thing.
That was actually the plan. It was supposed to be 3 of us going because it was us 3 supposed to be like this team, you could call it. But one of them ended up having to go Canada to DJ. So it was just me and Spy, and then from then on, me and Spy been going Switzerland every now and then.
Oh, how many times you been so far?
2, hopefully making 3 in March.
And what kind of parties are you be going there for?
It's a island vibes party. They want more soca, more dancehall, more zouk and whatnot. But
Zouk? They man know about Zouk in Switzerland?
you ain't know why. But they just listen to a lot of everything, but mainly like hip hop and dancehall. The soca is still busy growing.
Dancehall too?
Yeah. In Zurich, dancehall is one of the biggest. You could say the second biggest genre.
Wow.
Because they have their own dancehall artists there and reggae artists.
A Swiss
dancehall artist.
artist.
Interesting concept. Well,
then like
true that.
the Caucasian of the Caucasian, like
Well, can't meet gentleman or whatever supposed to be
Yes.
German or something like that.
Gentleman is German.
Like
I
gentleman, the
don't-
reggae artist.
I don't know.
Like do German, big in Suriname and all kind of play. I don't like. Well, why is reggae so big in Suriname? Like I don't mean to sound like a stereotyping Surinamese people or whatever.
But why
it just so happens that for some reason most of like almost all the Surinamese people I run into, they like really big fans of reggae and dancehall. Like those two genres in specific, like specifically, I don't know. It just
Reggae?
seems to be like reggae and dancehall, like.
the dancehall
And I know,
part
like,
is
if you look, for example,
reggae.
if you look at a lot of the Surinamese artists up here, when you listen to some of the music that they make and stuff, the Dutch hip hop Surinamese artists and things,
They have a
it's
dancehall
very
background.
similar to dancehall and stuff
Okay,
like that.
that yeah, but I
Like-
thought that was just like the Dutch scene. I thought that like everybody else who ripping off of the
Like,
dancehall.
but it's
like,
partly
just a vibe.
it partly reflects the music that they listen to and what their influences, and just in speaking to lots of different Surinamese people, because a lot of people that I work with musically and stuff up here, most of the black people, they happen to be Surinamese people, so it's like they're the majority, I guess, of. If you look at the minority of black people, there's probably the most.
There's the majority.
Yeah, the
of the minority.
Surinamese people make up the most of them. So it's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of them in the music scene and different things like that. And I just noticed that they've like dancehall and reggae is very, very popular among Surinamese culture, it seems.
But
Yeah.
that's something new for me. I didn't know.
I don't know how it actually all started because I didn't live Suriname all too long myself. I leave Suriname when I was like 3 months old to go see Martin. But that's a whole nother story. I ain't gonna get into that.
Oh, okay.
But I used to go back. I used to go back every summer for vacation, and every summer I used to hear dancehall. And that's how I actually get introduced to the whole dancehall scene because of going back to Suriname and hearing dancehall down the street or up the road from me with my neighbors. And from then on, it just
So wait,
stick.
you was hearing dancehall in Suriname and not Simate?
Yeah.
More in Suriname than you say than you
More
would
in
say
Suriname than I was hearing it in Simate. Let me say it like that.
Interesting.
What year this was? Because I find that really hard to believe.
I leave Suriname 1993, the year I was born.
Yeah.
1994, I know what happened. 1995, I know what happened. Them years, I didn't know what happened. The first time I could remember hearing a dancehall song was in Suriname. That was from Mr. Vegas and Sean Paul, Hot Like Something.
Hot like we? No, that
No,
one?
not Hot Like We.
Wow.
Yo, some-
Disrespect. God. Disrespect.
It's some old song. And that was the first time I heard it in, I believe, 1996 or
Champagne, Mr.
1997.
Vegas?
Yeah.
Nine Shilala?
It could
Ain't
be.
Shilala you talking about?
I can't remember. I just know it's those two artists.
I listen to hip hop. I'm not as educated
pretty-
as I should be on dancehall.
I'm pretty
It
sure
could be that song. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm pretty sure.
And that's when I first got introduced to dancehall. I first heard of Mr. Vegas and Sean Paul. Went back to Martin, and then after a while, I started looking up Sean Paul, looking up Mr. Vegas, seeing people they featured in, and then looking them up, and that's where I get more deeper into dancehall.
Yeah, I kind of get into it the same way too, actually.
What would you say is your do you before you even say that, do you have a specialty as a DJ genre wise?
Yeah.
Like is there a main genre that you focus on especially?
Yeah, I was wondering about too, actually. Can I see you for like the past couple of years, guy in social media and whatnot, we see you focusing more on this whole soca vibe. So it's like that's what you trying to think on, or that's just
In St. Martin, I was more of a soca dancehall DJ.
Okay.
But since I come up here, I've been really focusing on dancehall and Afrobeats.
Okay, so I understand
Because they work like
Afrobeats,
really
but
good together.
Why the dancehall? Oh, I mean, because they work good. That's why.
Because they work really good together, and I always like mixing dancehall. Dancehall just always come easy to me. Hip hop growing to me late, but I get good in that as well. The only reason I actually playing a lot of soca now is because for the live streams, for example, if I don't play soca, I don't get views. Soca actually runs right now. I cannot like neglect it and not get views because I don't want to play what people want.
Okay, I could see that.
So actually, I just play soca for people then, but I prefer to play a lot more dancehall.
Dancehall. But then this is the old dancehall, old school dancehall, or like the new garbage that they put together too?
A little bit of both, you know. Between 2013 and 2015, dancehall was trash. I ain't gonna lie. But from 2016, come up and been getting back.
Still
like
trash.
it groove.
It's still trash.
Who would you say is some of the hottest dancehall artists? And that from like the 2016 to the
Like right now?
Yeah, describing since they've been getting back a little more popping and thing. Who would you say
Since
like
I've been getting back popping,
Who is a new dancehall artist anyway?
I've been out of the dancehall culture, so that's why I'm genuinely asking so the man can educate me.
you have a new chick called Timika.
Oh, I hear about her. Okay, yeah, I
That's
hear
how,
about her.
I ain't no pronounce your name. I ain't baptized her. It's Timika or Tamika. They got the regulars conscience, they got vibes, they got space.
It's Oh yeah, never mind.
Vibes still lock up though?
Yeah, vibes still.
Yo,
He's still dropping music like Gucci
Man
Mane.
still dropping
okay,
trap.
then.
okay.
I don't know how he been doing it, but okay.
The man's, I tell you, the man's a Weezy dancer.
Vibes a legend. We all know that.
Then they got Movado come back hard into the dancehall scene because he had leave to go and really make hip hop-ish music.
Obviously, that ain't work out too well.
Nope. It did not. He got a few hits here and there, but then they got Shensia. She's the biggest female dancehall artist right now.
Who?
Shensia.
Shensia.
Yeah.
What? She's Jamaican, sir?
Yeah. You ever heard the song Ludi? Okay, never mind. Never mind.
What?
They got Alkaline, they got Popcorn. They got a good bit of dancehall artists now,
I mean,
man.
Alkaline, I wouldn't consider Alkaline a new dancehall
Yeah,
artist.
I've been hearing
Not
about him
new.
from when he had like do that
Popcorn-
nonsense with his eyes,
Popcorn
black or
either.
whatever.
Popcorn ain't a new dancehall artist, but who's this new? I don't follow the Jamaican version of the Shade Room on social media, and it seemed like this young dancehall partner was getting beef with somebody.
Young dancehall.
That's just how much I really
I can't
focus
help.
on anything. I don't. Anyway, I get.
I know
completely
Masika
right.
got beef with people now. That's the next, you could say, newish artist. Aishana had
Popcorn too. Popcorn ain't always beefing with somebody.
Popcorn and Alkaline always got problems.
I think it's maybe them
Idonia
now. I think it's
and
them.
what his name is. Alkaline got problems. Alkaline got problems with everybody.
I think it's Alkaline several things.
Alkaline got problems with everybody.
I miss the old school dancehall beef, but we're like Beanie
Beanie
Man and
Man,
Bounty. You know, between man.
My twins names.
Yo,
my-
yeah, man.
Shout out the twins.
Me just make that era to know twins them kind of ones. Everybody past anybody on the beat, man, they didn't know about twins. They didn't know about how to interject in this conversation. They don't know about them kind of ones. I barely know about that.
Yeah, pirate. If you look at Beanie's birth certificate, Beanie's birth certificate, it must mark Henry Morgan because he's a pirate. Old school classics, boy. The
No,
classics.
but I can understand. But then, how you just know how like what to think, what to
Play.
not what to play, but like How to
Was
balance it out? Because like for instance, you say you more like to play dancehall. So like, how do you balance out between playing the old school and the new school? Or is like the crowd you just really focus on?
For me, it's the crowd that is really focused on. Whoever the crowd follow, and I think that's just a regular DJ standard. You have to follow the crowd.
DJ
if you don't play for the
keep
crowd,
the party popping.
Nah, in tantra.
The DJ job is to keep the party popping. I know.
Actually, no, I like. You know, my bad money. But shout out to Tantra. I think.
Yeah, what a new name is. Cause he did
Lotus. Yeah.
I see the new sign and thing.
I show everybody in the grandmother gonna be up in there once they open back. You know, man is a creative genius.
Very creative genius.
I don't even think I'm gonna be in my home no more. I can't
new location.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I believe so. I'm pretty sure I see some kind of advertisement.
So what would they do then with that location? That Tantra location is a pretty damn good location.
Yeah, but the place also really effed up.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, like, just where it is and stuff in the Maho and, like, tourist area or whatever, like, from that perspective. But
I'm sure they got something
building right now.
I'm sure they got something in the works, like, later on down the year to clean up or something. I would hope so, at least for him, because, I mean, like you say, it is a good location. I don't think he would get anything better in Simpsonville.
You won't, actually. Wait is no.
Well, off the top of my head, I haven't been at SM in, like, 3 years, so...
I haven't been in 4, so
you're talking
about too bad. We can't comment on this. None of us here can really comment on that.
Hey, we deal with them in spirit, okay?
That's a fact.
We support them from afar. But what kind of gigs do you get up here then, other than like in Holland itself, or you work mostly in Rotterdam, or you be mostly in Amsterdam, or?
Right now, I just actually honestly only take gigs from Spy, but the reason for that is I got school to focus on and them other stuff in my personal life I really have to focus on. And if I don't get that in check, then having a job on the side gonna make it more stressful for me, and I need all of that right now. So what I busy doing is just working with Spy, playing for Spy, and if I get outside gigs from one of my classmates because he's an event organizer, and then go play by him. But other than that, I don't really take on no gigs.
But is that necessarily because of the time constraint, or like you just only want to like do Spy and
it's really because of the time.
Okay.
Because when Spy have his events, I just magically have time because it'll be either around his birthday or for Rotterdam Carnival or around my birthday.
Oh yeah, he does always be busy for Carnival.
So like
summertime stuff.
The periods he choose to hold events, this will be the most ideal for me. And everybody else is either have it too far from Rotterdam because I is not going all the way Groningen, for example.
Well, I mean, if the money good enough, I mean.
I went Groningen once to play. The crowd was nice,
imagine.
but not again.
You had ever DJ at any of the ever parties that we had show up here?
No. Wait, no.
You was up here for you had to be up here for them. When I was in Hoofddorp.
I was there for one. I was supposed to play for one, but I didn't end up playing again.
Because that would make more sense. Yeah. But then now thinking back, like I never see you there. Or I don't remember seeing you there.
Nah, I think I was there for the 2013 version.
Yo, don't ask me about years. I don't know what year. I don't remember what years and what. I remember. According to me, I just still claim that I started it, and then I handed it over to Mr. Sly Guy, and then he just kept it running.
It was just something that was popping, and it was popping for a while. It was fun while it lasted.
But yeah, then that was it. Man decided, this house party thing ain't really conducive to it.
So, regarding future and stuff like that a little bit, like, do you see it being more like, would you shift more into like just only event planning or still DJing, or would you do like combine the two?
That's a good question.
When you like, if everything goes as planned and you get through with your event planning stuff, like what's the end goal kind of like? What's the future plans then?
The end goal is actually to combine the both. I want to end up having one of the biggest event organizing companies in Holland, but I also want to become a DJ. Like DJing is actually my main focus. Event organizing was just there and the startup for me to like build myself. So I can organize the event, go to the club, play by myself. People get acquainted with me. But then after a while, everybody been telling me, look, I know, I can see it. You love organizing stuff. Do it as a job. You're going to be good at it. You're always doing it. I just do it now. So yeah, I can just combine the two. It both works together.
What gonna pay more?
To be honest, I don't know, yeah.
Get a job at Live Nation and thing, working with them people, all the people who to set up the shows and the tours and the festivals and thing for whatever artists and thing. Yeah, but there's money in festival and party organization. There's money in that.
Yeah, but
When
DJs just make money too now.
Yeah, if depending on what genre.
But that's the
not
thing. That's the thing.
EDM DJs out here getting paid crazy money in comparison to hip hop DJs, for example. What hip hop DJ is there that getting paid like the EDM, like Steve Aoki and Martin Garrixes and the Calvin,
but then
the EDM DJs on another
but then
next
at the
level.
same time, wouldn't you also agree that the EDM have not like to a certain extent a bigger fan base,
They have a bigger fan base.
especially up here in Europe?
In this country, for sure. I
In
mean,
Europe,
that's
in
because
Europe,
that's what I'm
period.
saying. Like, but the festivals and everything is organized around them in some ways. Or the festivals is like, most of the festivals that you see in Holland is EDM festivals, are primarily EDM. There's more hip hop festivals and stuff coming up now.
The
But
hip hop one becoming
EDM been
popular.
running the festival scene and
I
stuff
mean,
like that.
when before prior to actually last year, because last year was the first time I ever went to a festival up here. Whenever somebody say festival, I think in techno, all that, some people popping pills and them kind of want to check. So I mean, the fact that they got urban
And that's
festivals.
why the ticket prices for festivals and things. That's why DJs could get paid the type of ridiculous money.
I ain't gonna lie though, it'll be a different vibe, but
Like I remember,
it'll be a completely different vibe. Like for instance, a festival versus a club, it'll be a completely different vibe. I really didn't think it would have been that different. I really understand now. I understand the hype. Because before, like my first couple of years up here, like, yeah, but Sean, we check this festival. Yeah, cool. What's the price? 40, 50. For what?
And that's me right now.
For what? Nobody. But going, especially if you go in a group, especially a group of assholes, like what I normally travel with, it'll be entertaining. But I got some stories there that I probably shouldn't tell nobody. But again, because of the assholes that with, they probably gonna end up trying to put it out there. But it'll be interesting, especially some of the people you end up meeting and the things you end up seeing.
I ain't been to a festival yet all my life.
Yo, trust me. Being this summer, try to check out some of them, especially the ones in Amsterdam.
I done got a plan this year. I want to go Anchor Festival. I'm not effing around whatsoever.
I ain't gonna lie, I just be looking. I look at many of the lineups and things from some of the festivals they had. Some of the hip hop festivals they may have recently. Like they look pretty entertaining. Like some of the artists that they have on them, and kind of they got like Festival, I believe. There's Wuha. There's Encore Festival. There's urban music or urban hip hop festival or something like that name.
There's Apple Sap,
but that's more reggae.
Not necessarily more hip hop in general. Yo, but I have to say this: out of all the festivals I went to like at least 4 or 5 last year. Apple Sap was one of the best ones. And why? Because they had 2 UK DJs just fucking up the dance hall, Jack. Yo, these man like I'm pretty sure I talked about this on the podcast already, but these some like Macaulay Culkin Caucasian two straight up white boys. Like I did not expect that. Like they
pulling out all the old school.
They man run dance all I never hear in St. Martin. Like shit I used to like I would only hear in my room.
I can tell you this, like UK dancehall scene, it's huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of West Indians over in the UK and shit.
Yeah.
So
but I mean a lot of them is
they bring the culture.
a lot of them come straight from JA itself.
Yep. UK got way too much JA people.
I mean, if you look at it, it kind of makes sense. It's like saying, Holland got too many Samaritan people. I mean, it's well, what you want us to do? We didn't ask for it.
We went where the colonizers wanted us to go.
Yeah,
like
this is what we had a choice. But no, but even soca, like just Caribbean music in general is just growing.
So being
around the world, I find.
So being you're gonna be the one to bring the dancehall festivals to St. Martin then.
To St. Martin.
Oh, well, they didn't say you're trying to be the biggest festival event organizer in Holland.
Yeah,
you didn't include St. Martin in that plan. So I just making the assumption that you're going back to that island at some point. But that don't seem like it's in your plan.
Look, to be honest, my plan, I love St. Martin, but I can't live there. I don't see myself living there for the rest of my life. But I can go back. I can organize stuff for it. Hell yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Because like I was just talking about this recently with somebody, like looking at that I forget the name of it, but it's a Mountain Music Festival that they did on the French side, another EDM festival.
I think it's a Mountain Music Festival itself.
Yeah.
That's what it called.
That's a music festival.
Yeah, I think that's itself.
I'm probably that, but I mean, like things like that, those is great opportunities for the island. Things like that is a new something that pop up there. It seemed like it was successful, and the different articles that was being written about that festival, bringing more tourism and things like that to the island. We need young, educated, passionate professionals and things to go and revitalize these type of industries, open up new industries for the island, show them like, yo, we don't need to just do a standard cruise ship type of thing that we've been doing or whatever it was. Like there's other possibilities.
Specifically,
I ain't saying it gotta be dancehall.
No, but I asking this previous. I just asking personally because you bring it up. Do you think a specific dancehall festival work in Sonata?
I feel like I would need to do more homework into what existing dancehall festivals to see if there's any other thing going on in the Caribbean already. Because I don't know that information off top. Whether there's another dancehall festival in the region, if there is,
not that I know. Apart from Jamaica and VI,
a dancehall or reggae festival. I know they got reggae festivals and stuff for sure.
But specifically, but that's the thing. A lot of people just think dancehall and reggae is the same thing. It's not.
Well, it's very similar to hip hop, R&B type of thing. Many people just group those two as well. And in my opinion,
group that
is like hip hop, R&B is they're very different, but they're both black art forms that honestly the beat patterns and stuff is very similar of a hip hop beat and a R&B beat and stuff like that. The drums and instruments use same, but like where you put the kick and the snare and stuff like that in hip hop music and in R&B music is the same thing. If you look at Bryson Tiller, for example, Bryson Tiller just sung over a bunch of rap beats, a bunch of trap beats and stuff on his first project and call it trap soul. But I mean, that's to show like how similar the two genres is regarding their makeup. If you just change, like 90s R&B is a different sound because they're using different instruments, but still the beat placements of like the kick, the snare, whatever it is the same type of thing. And to me, dancehall and reggae is the same thing in the sense that it's like they're more or less the same type of genre, but it's just one is more singing, one is more like the chanting, rapping type of element. Like one is the, I guess, more hard, aggressive kind of thing. One is the more softer.
Correct.
So like
that's how I look at it.
Dancehall would be gangster rap.
Yeah,
and reggae
basically
would be hip hop.
Yeah,
basically.
They singing in reggae music, are they not most of the time?
Yeah.
And like the main thing is like a Bounty Killer or Vibes Cartel.
I'm just thinking about the comparison you make there.
Bounty Killer as a rapper, I think it was like Lumber self had pointed out to me like, yo, like the bars that Bounty Killer got and he thinks is like he killing some of these like US rappers and thing. We talking about punchlines and metaphors and whatnot, or like Idonia and thing.
From Idonia to Bounty to Sizzler. Even Sean Paul, okay, no. Vibes Cartel, because Sean Paul was never known to be lyrically. I don't even know what I was trying to. I think, I was trying to put him in there because he had my same name. I'm not trying to big him up, but it didn't work. but them man used to go in, boy. Them, I, to me personally, I find a dancehall artist called out rap or normal hip hop rapper.
I don't know.
But that was just me personally. I think I have a bit bias with that.
I can agree too.
It depends.
I find
it depends who you pick and put them up against. Cause I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of whack hip hop artists, but I'm willing to bet there's probably equally as much.
Oh, for sure, whack hip hop. I mean, dancehall. I mean, we know that, but I mean, I don't know about
you put Vibes and Lil Wayne or something up against each other. No, you're like, I don't know.
You're right. But then at the same time, I think it might be a little interesting because I was thinking of Vibes self. If you put Vibes next to somebody like Lil Wayne, cool.
Not Lil Wayne now. Lil Wayne back in a couple years ago maybe. But
yeah.
Like 08, 09 Lil Wayne. Yeah. If you take that Lil Wayne, put him against Vibes, I feel
Mr.
like
Carter,
it's a toss-up.
Them kind of
it's a toss-up.
But you see, Lil Wayne at least vary his topics from time to time.
Lil Wayne has made so much music. He's rapped about everything, basically.
Okay, but why I would give it more to Vibes Cartel is because Vibes Cartel they rap about the same shit.
Hang on, like
Think
that's one thing.
You know how skillful you have to be to rap about the same.
This man finds so many different angles to talk about
in
vagina.
a million different ways that people
this man has used every angle possible, every angle imaginable about vagina to be like, yo.
almost every tune is when Ramping Shopping and must come out that year. Every tune Vibes Cartel come out was a hit, and what he talking about nothing but slamming. Nothing but slamming.
You're not wrong.
Yo, that's a skill. I sorry, that's a skill.
It is a skill.
I don't have a counterpoint.
Weezy at least, okay, the man went from, his kid sometimes,
He
drugs,
talk a
weed.
little bit about politics, a little bit about this.
Exactly, a little about politics, a little bit about the codeine
Lollipop
and the
and
gangster
stuff,
life, and he go little rock things here and there.
Yeah.
Vibes Cartel was straight, boom.
For years.
You might get a little gun violence here and there.
But then you could put a dude like Vibes against the perfect one. We already mentioned his name in this conversation, Gucci Mane. Cause Gucci been trapping. No, Gucci been trapping since I was in high school. Gucci been trapping. Like Gucci went jail, he still been trapping. Like Gucci been trapping as long as Gucci has been around.
But Gucci is not the same Gucci as he is now. I'm pretty sure Vibes is the same. Well, according to the music,
he's still in jail. We have to see yet when he comes out, he might be a new Vibes. Just like Gucci was a new Gucci after he came out of jail. But
I don't think Vibes coming out.
I don't think
Vibes ain't coming out anytime soon.
According to the story, I know Vibes ain't coming out.
But once the man making him music, making him money, you think he get?
And that's another thing.
Is jail a punishment?
Obviously
is
not.
It really a punishment?
Not in Jamaica. God,
but you could say the same thing about Gucci. But I mean, the way music works, is this man recording new material or is he just putting out old stuff? Because I feel like that's a difference.
Cartel?
Yeah.
Okay, look.
Is he recording new material while being in jail?
That's a good question. I think so.
Or is it just the vault?
I think it's half
like
and half.
Unreleased
Actually.
stuff?
It is half and half.
I think it's half and half.
Tupac was making music for quite some time after he died.
But
yeah.
Not making, but you mean
That's what I'm saying. Music was coming out after the man was dead. So is it really new music or is it just he got a vault of music? I mean,
the thing
Prince
is,
had like what? Catalogs. Yeah.
Vibes Cartel had a serious rumor behind him. He had about, I think it was 10 or 12 terabytes of just acapellas.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody found it a little suspicious how that specific acapella could fit on that specific rhythm. And that's where everybody started thinking, this man recording it, or does he just have it stashed away? Because if you hear a song from Busta Rhymes' Girlfriend, in that song, he speaks specifically about a girlfriend, how he know a song about girlfriends was going to come up. So everybody, ever since that song released, everybody's saying, no, this man have to be recording inside jail because there's no other way to explain
I
it.
think that, but I think it's at the same time like the whole Tupac and Lil Wayne situation. Well, not... When I compare Lil Wayne, I mean the fact that he has a lot of like stuff written or when he used to write. So I think it's more that like this man just writes so much that did they just take a verse or they just take whatever song like go like pertains to the whatever vibe they're trying to come up with.
Yeah.
They just take whatever verse from him and they just plug it in and just try to like loop around. I think
Could be a
that makes
possibility,
sense.
you never know. You never know.
But
I'm just saying, like there's a lot that can be done with acapellas and stuff.
Exactly.
If you put them in the hands of the right engineer and stuff, if you just got raw vocals, they don't even necessarily have to be on beat or on a time and stuff like that. There's a lot that can be done with just raw vocals if you put them on a beat, especially if they have some kind of cadence and like for let's say he was just doing the acapella to a certain track. If you know what BPM he was rapping to, whatever it was that he allowed him to come up with that rhythm, that acapella and stuff, then you just find another beat that's that BPM and make one around it, depending if you got a right producer and stuff like that. All of these things ain't
it plays a big factor
they
in
possible.
the whole thing.
Like, they ain't that hard for people that know what it is they're doing. That's job it is to do this type of stuff. Like,
but I don't know, but even people, even somebody like Vibes Cartel, I don't necessarily like his new stuff too much. I mean, I don't know if it's because I get a little older and I've been hearing the same thing over and over again, like
Maybe.
we just say just now. But like, is nothing is like, all right. Again, you're talking about Poom, so like let me hit a rhythm. Maybe it's a different rhythm, and if I don't feel the rhythm, it's like, all right, cool. I ain't even bother with it.
He have a certain new songs that is surprisingly not about Poom, but he have a certain new songs.
What about
jail?
I really see what kind of why that's like a reference.
I mean, there's a whole lot because, like, listen, imagine if that was just the first quarter of this man career. And he, like, listen, I just wanted to do nothing but Poom. But now you seen the true cartel. And now the man gonna touch every topic that there is. Because the fact that he still only was talking about Poom for so long, it opens up the possibility for him now.
It really baffles me that this man legit was putting out 97% of his songs was Poom now.
And like that was one of the things that I was always thinking about for his. And when you look at a dude like Gucci, he still or like Gucci. Wow, take any trap artist, any dude that's like the trap rapper or the gangster rapper or whatever. They still have space and time in their career as they age and stuff like that to go through the movement of now I'm turning conscious, now I'm getting political, now I can go these type of ways. Normally you can't go the other way. If you Kendrick cannot start trapping. Because people can be like, yo, this is not authentic. We know you are like a J. Cole or like anybody that came out in that lane. Like Drake cannot start trapping.
Yeah, no, Drake can't be like, yeah, I'm gonna hop out with a Drake Cole and come shoot you. Like, no, stop it.
Bow started at a point in time. Bow had tried to start pretending to be gangster and stuff like that. Nobody bought it. Nobody. We watched you grow up on TV, man. How you trying? When did you have time to be gangster?
Shad, stop it.
Nobody believed it and stuff
Shad,
like that.
Stop it.
And that way I feel like with a cartel though, he was only doing this. He still has all that time for the evolution as artistically to be like, no, I'm touching this. I went jail. He could sell the angle of like, I went jail, I reform, I'm like Gucci now, I'm clean, I'm sober and all these things. Like whatever it is, like he could still push that if he ever were to come out of jail, or even if he in jail and thing, he could go through a Malcolm X phase and been reading in there turn like I don't know, whatever.
True, but again, I can't. If you have to reference in his songs, not really. not
I'm
so
just
much.
saying the possibility is there.
But to see it change, it's really like unlikely. It's really unlikely.
But if the people, he making what people like to though. I mean,
that's the thing.
If the people keep resonating, like yo, I've been talking about Poom for years and years and years, and
Yeah,
people
but
still loving it. So why do I change up the formula?
But as I saying, if crackheads like crack, why you gonna stop selling crack?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you can't.
No man.
If your job is selling crack, like if that's your profession, if that's how you make your living, and people still coming to buy crack, why am I not going to stop selling it?
Eventually, you have to grow a conscience and realize that selling crack is not the way, and that you're actually messing up other people's lives and families. Regardless, they didn't have to come and get if they don't get the crack from you, they'll probably get the crack from somebody else.
Why is Philip Morris still a thing? Well, all these tobacco companies, Philip Morris, white like cigarette companies. You don't think they don't know that they killing people? They've been killing people for years.
But they're legally killing people at least. That's the difference. That's the difference.
How does that earn consolation points?
That is the legit only difference.
One is legal, one is illegal. That's the difference.
That's the only. One is federally banned, one is not.
But we went so off track. How did we get here? We're talking about dancehall and vibes cartel, and
this will be every week.
And then it come to festivals and never get to answer the question about festivals. But hey.
You see, it's good that he's on track. Bean is on point. Like while we busy doing nonsense, Bean is on point and wanting his interview to continue. So Bean, go ahead and answer your question.
His question.
Wow. Okay. To answer your question about a festival, let's call it a dancehall festival in St. Martin. The biggest.
That was a question.
Yeah, I was like, which question he answered? I was just waiting on him to do it.
This is so wrong. Where?
Oh, good God. Okay, a good one, a good. What was I saying? Oh, yes. The biggest I see this festival going is, you could say, as big as either a Heineken regatta or just a thing in the festival village. I don't see it being as big as the St. Martin Music Festival because dancehall been losing its spunk.
Yeah, me neither.
Dancehall been going down the drain for a good while now. Everybody know it, and soca just rising. So if I say let me organize a soca festival, I got whole St. Martin, probably whole Anguilla coming. That's like
don't forget Sabre.
Sabre Station.
Depending on how you promote it and things like that, boy.
How I promote
depending
it,
on how the
who I got.
marketing go up.
Yeah.
Like, what type of artists you got on the bill?
But even worldwide, by soca really.
Soca is really growing, and you could say if
serious.
I hold a big soca festival in St. Martin, like how they have the SXM festival, one event on the Dutch side, one on the French side, I could still get a lot of people, let me say, from maybe Holland or from France, because soca been in France for like a good while now. And since
Dutch
this whole
soca lovers and thing up here with the soca
But they
got the Dutch soca
parties,
lovers.
the UK and thing with it.
UK alone did be
Nottingham
all
is
over,
Nottingham
boy.
Carnival. No.
is Nottingham Carnival, yeah.
Yeah, them man to be all over,
So
boy.
yeah, there's definitely a lot more target group potential of people that you could reach out to, a wider audience, a larger audience with a soca
Exactly.
vibe.
And that's the same reason I still play soca.
That definitely makes sense. Cause I even see my shout out my small life people in Japan. They've been really.
Hearing these remarks, the way you chose to describe people, we trying to make a PC show, we trying to get this show politically correct so we can get sponsors and all of these type of things.
Yo,
YouTube will kick us off the platform. Like. They'll be like, yo, you need to stop with all of these type of comments. YouTube will kick us off the platform.
I personally find small I is a better way than saying slanted.
Can you not just say Asian people?
I don't find
But can
slanted.
you not say Asian people?
You can't say like
can't.
Japanese
But
or
can you
Vietnamese
not-
or
I
Chinese.
If you know
can't.
specifically who you're referring to, can you
I
not
can't.
say Japanese?
I can't. But I mean, my small I people.
I understand. I'm just
Do
saying.
you?
Anyway,
Do you?
even my Japanese people.
I just trying to stop us from getting kicked off the platform. That's all I'm looking out for. Like,
Soca up there getting like it really growing over there. And at one like a decade ago, dancehall was not a big something, but it was like popular on the ground scene. But that's while I was over there, at least I think that was 2018. That's like 3 years ago now. From what I was told from the locals, the dancehall scene itself dying down a little bit more. So you really gotta look for like specific events.
Yep,
Or like
exactly.
you have to like a specific times in the year to just show them and stuff like that. It's still there, but ain't as big as it used to be like maybe 10 years ago.
The thing
Which
is,
would make
dancehall
sense.
been dying, and
Yeah,
you
it's
know
true.
the thing with a skilled dancehall is all the artists want to be dissing each other. So instead of focusing on like the people, they focusing on the
true.
diss tracks.
That's
It's
true.
beef
And
here,
vibes
beef
still
there.
they're talking about Pum, and that's what people still listening for.
No, but actually, you have a point.
That's why people say, yeah, because everything. That's true, no. I didn't even
Because
think about that. You make a point there.
If you sit down,
if you look back to the biggest people, I mean, Bounty and Beanie.
Yeah, but that. Yeah.
Arguably, a couple years ago, these was two of the biggest people.
Between
Arguably, two of the biggest people in dancehall. Like
Then they got
no,
Vibes
man, you
Cartel.
can't say that, man.
Beanie
man.
for sure.
Nah, man. No,
Bounty,
man.
I feel like
man.
might have been on a little lesser scale than Beanie, man. Like
What?
internationally.
internationally,
yeah.
Beanie is definitely more known than Bounty.
If you's a dance hall fan,
Yeah, you gonna know Bounty.
there's
Killer.
no way you rate Beanie more than Bounty. There's no way you rate Betweenie more than Bounty. There's no way. There's
I'm
no
just saying,
way.
international impact music.
That's like
Beanie is
saying
more
you're
known than Bounty.
But Sean Paul more than Buju.
Yeah, Sean Paul is probably the most known, or
Out of
one
all
of
of
the
them.
most dancehall artists. I
Sean
think.
Paul is the most versatile dancehall artist they have in the world.
He speaks the most understandable to a white audience.
That's
Let's get it clear.
not true.
Nah.
That's not true.
Compared to Bounty Killer,
That's not-
compared to
Yeah.
Beanie,
Yeah, but you
who
can't-
is
yeah,
more
but-
understandable?
no, but you-
Sean Paul, Bounty Killer, between like Beanie Man.
Beanie Man
who's the
and
most
Beanie Man can
understandable?
still pass him.
Beanie Man and
yeah.
Sean Paul.
And that's the reason why Beanie Man has more international success over Bounty Killer, because he's more
Touché.
he's way more understandable than Bounty.
Yeah, because Bounty not trying to be
that-
understandable. Bounty sticking to the whole dance.
I understand
I think
that.
that's. I think
I
you got to
understand
separate
that.
that a little bit between.
But that's the reason why a dude like Sean Paul is more successful than all these people. Why was Bob Marley that successful? Because there's lots of great reggae artists, but Bob Marley speaks very, very clear, very, very understandable to somebody that's
That is
not
true.
from Jamaican culture.
That is
That
true.
allows his music to spread to a much wider audience because it sounds a lot closer to what is perceived as traditional English. You can't deny these facts when you're looking at
That's
dancehall
true.
and reggae. Dog.
That is true.
But then
A Buju Banton, you tell it he could, like, he's great though, but he will never be as big as Bob Marley, because how much people can really understand, how much people put in the effort to really understand what Buju's saying.
I sometimes I don't know what Buju's saying, what he's running.
This is my point.
I ain't even gonna.
That limits the genre. Though.
I still trying to figure out that Orwa song from Capleton. I don't know if I remember that old
Capleton.
school to Orwa. I ain't know, but
I'm gonna have to listen to it and I can tell you what note on
I'm
it.
going after the show.
But
I ain't even gonna try to.
I had a
recite that.
question, like regarding the whole festival thing we were just talking about. Like, what other is there a dancehall festival? I don't remember if you had come to an answer on that, like to your knowledge. And is there another
Yes.
existing?
Yeah, man. They got,
In the Caribbean, they have enough dancehall festivals. Well, it's more reggae festivals.
Yeah,
They
reggae
go-
I know of, yeah.
They go under the name reggae because internationally, it's dancehall is known as reggae. Reggae is just dancehall and reggae put together.
it's so sad.
which I find really sad because they have to try and make the
There's a clear
Distinction.
Separation.
There's a clear distinction between the two, and that to me that's personally insulting a reggae fan as well.
Yeah.
Because it's not. I mean, you can't compare Morgan Heritage to Bounty and them ones.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do that.
Jackie
You know, they have
behind.
Okay, no.
Walls.
You could compare Jackie O and Morgan Heritage. You can compare them, but you can't compare like
Jackie O and Morgan Heritage,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Those
I
two,
mean,
Jackie and Bounty.
Yeah. Jackie O and LX Sizzler. You can't do it. Can't do it.
But I know St. Lucia have a festival, a reggae festival. Antigua's supposed to have one. And they have a couple of islands that have a reggae festival, like really just reggae and dancehall.
If I'm mistaken, I think the VI got one.
VI is supposed to have one
The
too.
VI got one as well. I know exactly.
And
one.
I know, well, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe SK had started one, I think, 2 years ago.
What do you think about the idea of a Zouk Kizomba compa type of something? Because I feel like Kizomba along with the Afrobeats is definitely on the rise as well.
It is on the rise, but
Like,
I think so.
the Zouk,
I really think so.
to
I'm
be
just
honest,
asking, what y'all think about the idea?
You know, okay, you're the DJ. You don't find there's a little bit of a difference between Zouk and Kizomba?
there
There's
is.
a difference, but
There
I mean,
is.
they're all like they're in the same type of vein
the-
regarding
the-
music.
Okay.
They're more like close, slow dancing,
Yeah.
kind of like Caribbean. That's like Caribbean ballroom music. Like Caribbean, if you're
Okay.
doing a waltz
Yeah,
and
yeah,
those
yeah.
type of things, I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah,
like
I see that. I see
Zouk
that.
and what you call it, Zouk, Kizomba, compa. I'm not too familiar on compa as much. To me, that's a little more of a.
Compa have more
To my
pianos and
knowledge,
drums.
is a
than-
little
Yeah.
more like a step outside. But Kizomba and Zouk in particular, I feel like they're like sister genres. Like
They are.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know, but to me, Kizomba is like an artificial version. I don't know. Maybe just because I grew up with Zouk.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
That's
The
probably
thing
right,
is,
but
from my knowledge, Zouk is more of a like something from Haiti type of thing, along
Yeah,
with
Guadeloupe
compa
and more,
versus
yeah.
Kizomba is like traditional African thing. Certain African countries, that's more of a
it
Kizomba
wasn't
thing.
South. It wasn't
I forget
South
where in
Africa,
Africa.
South Africa.
Oh, South Africa. I thought it was like South American.
No.
I don't know nothing about
It's
South
not-
American.
I don't
You
South
talking
American.
about, you
Fuck
probably
I
talking about the
about?
video you see from the people dancing with in Brazil.
Oh,
But-
with all the girls in the jean pants?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kizomba
boy,
originated
that was
in
Africa.
Africa is an
Africa.
African
That
dance
was a video.
And
music
it
form.
starts
Sorry,
spreading
I talk about the video.
because
I listen to me sound like a pervert. but I started talking about the video. Okay.
To me, it was the Congo because I recently was watching a video. I recently was watching a video where this dude was talking about how Kizomba spread to Portugal and stuff like that. The
Yeah.
reason why Kizomba is as big it is because like a lot of the Africans from, I believe it was Congo or some one of the countries that had something to do with Portugal that was colonized by Portugal or
Because
whatever.
they know the way.
And then they made a journey there, and because of the Africans that migrated from Africa
Yeah.
to wherever they was in Portugal and stuff like that, then seeing this kind of thing spreading, then the Europeans and different people started to pick it up and kind of
but if you think of it, that's how all music genres are spread. Dancehall, the Jamaicans leave Jamaica, listen to dancehall, they went other places, they start listening. So
But when you look at most Caribbean genres of music, from soca, dance, all things, you can still see the African roots and things,
Yeah,
like from
definitely.
the importance,
Most
the
definitely.
influence of the drums and stuff in the
because
music
they
is
know the
like,
way.
yeah, damn fool. I just needed to put that out there just so the people let them know.
I think anybody that been keeping up with this podcast, they could have what episode 22. I
Yeah,
think they
I
do that by
believe
now.
so,
I think they do that by now. But I mean, you raise a point because I mean, like almost everything it seemed from this planet origin from Africa.
More or less.
more or less, yeah.
So I mean, I ain't surprised.
But
with
that's the
that
sad thing. A lot of stuff originate in Africa. It spread from Africa, yet Africa is seen as the poorest continent in the world. I find that pretty depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just because white people rule the world, and they're going to show us the narrative. So I mean, until we really outpopulate them or like outfinance them, which ain't gonna happen in the next at least 40 to 50 years, that's gonna be like that for a while.
Sadly, we can't do nothing about it.
No, I mean, wow, we just got the whole depressive vibe. Why? My bad, but I think I gonna take responsibility for that one, but Jesus. So back to the soca thing, right?
But
God
I feel like the whole idea of you being interested in the event planning and things like that and what you're looking to in the future, I feel like it's a very interesting conversation, at least for me personally.
Honestly,
to be like,
I
what
find-
would be the next viable festival that I just think from a man perspective of like, we need something other than tourism, or
yeah.
we need to take a new approach to the way we're doing this tourism thing. And I feel like with festivals, music, these things is great things to drive tourists, to like build awareness for the island and different things like that, to drive tourism to come to the island. And I just feel it's something that can show the government, for example, to actually realize that there's a need to invest in the music, arts, and culture stuff on the island, because MPC, whoever, if you wanted to do something with music and things like, they always tell you there's not enough students that want to do that, so we can't offer that program or whatever. If you're one of the people that wanted to choose that package and thing,
but we need to also start supporting our own, because there's no reason for somebody to want to go into music and want to do this and want to do that.
They don't get support.
Yeah, exactly. So
and then they need to see that there's a possibility that I could get paid from this. If at least there's this festival, if this become an annual something, be like, okay, cool, I know I could perform here potentially. At least that's one thing. And if there's more people from St. Martin that's also operating on the same idea, they could create multiple opportunities for different genres and things, so that we could actually see that, okay, there is infrastructure being laid for a St. Martin music scene to actually develop, to become a viable option. It doesn't only have to be St. Martin, but just from a Caribbean basis. If other islands ain't doing it, because other islands have the same problem. It's like, okay, if only one person in this school wants to do this thing, we're not gonna fund that program and thing like that. And that's what happens whenever you have places with low populations. It's like there's always people that's left out. So if we could provide that, offer that, we could benefit from other islands and too coming into St. Martin for that specifically. But if you look at how Jamaica is worldwide, more well known, whenever people talk about the Caribbean, why do they know Jamaica? Because of how powerful the music is. Because of people like Bob Marley and stuff like that, people know Jamaica on a worldwide scale. Jamaica's a lot bigger than St. Martin. I understand that.
That is true.
It's a lot bigger than St. Martin. I get that, but that don't mean we can't do nothing.
That has a big role to play there as well.
People know Trinidad because of Soca, because of Carnival.
But only now they really starting, because of social media. They really starting to know. They know that.
If it wasn't for Rihanna and stuff like that, that definitely plays a big part, showing like, okay, Barbados culture and thing like.
Yeah, but you see, that's because the Bayesians know what they was doing properly, and they put money behind Rihanna, seeing that she blew up. I mean, we got people that blow up from St. Martin that we'd say, I mean, okay, cool. Red Eye Crew. Them man got a hell of a following in France. Them man is practically superstars over there. What we doing in any way to capitalize? Or let me not say we. What the government of St. Martin doing to capitalize on that? Well, when it comes to reaching out to them, or maybe trying to, I mean, maybe somebody personally gonna get them in a jingle for election or something like that, or maybe do a show, something like that. I don't really know them personally that I have to say what the relationship is with the government, but from what I seen at least, it don't really look like they're being utilized. And they, you could say, are the biggest group in St. Martin. Red Eye Crew is the biggest group in St. Martin.
One of them, yeah.
Concerning
no, Red Eye Crew is the biggest crew in St. Martin. The only thing that you could say maybe not big in artists.
Like I know they'd be doing the thing. I know they'd be touring different places and performing and playing different places as well.
Yeah, but
so that's why I'm like
not like Red Eye Crew, but. Not like Red Eye Crew. I
ain't following Red Eye Crew as in depth and things for me to say like they undoubtedly on top.
Maybe that's me and Orange Grove as well. But from what I've been seeing and from what I like hearing, I have a couple of them on Facebook, like the social media and all that. From what I've been seeing by Red Eye Crew, maybe because Red Eye Crew audience things when you see them performing and you see the clips is more like younger people, so the energy is more, you know, high bass, high strong and all that kind of stuff.
What about Kenya though?
No, but you see, Kenya is up and coming.
And he's a solo artist.
Yeah. Not only that, but
he was talking about a group, and Red Eye Crew is a group.
Not only that, but I also put them as an artist in general. Like, they are one of the biggest artists from St. Martin.
Period.
Like, whether it's solo or thing.
That's
like,
true.
They is one of the biggest. I can't say they are the biggest, like I can say with a group, but they is.
But I just feel like, you know, Kenya definitely making an impact with some of his recent work.
But the thing is, Kenya have yet to be as consistent as Red Eye Crew because he just come out. So we can't compare him because it's not fair.
I feel
because we're like crew been out here for years. Kenyo maybe I think he get really popular last year, but he probably been on the scene for a little while. If you know him personally, I don't think.
I ain't gonna lie, I never really heard of this Kenyo. To me, he was like a pop out of nowhere type of thing.
Honestly,
with the Who You For and a couple other songs.
But I refuse to believe because I really like that song, that Who You For song. I find that should be like one of St. Martin anthems because that really like that really emphasize it's the Caribbean culture. You have to ask who you fucking. You don't know, you might be taking your cousin. You never know, the island small.
If you're born there,
it's a very stereotypical like something that really encapsulates St. Martin people is like once you go by new old people is like who you for.
Yeah,
like, it's the most like one of the most common questions
exactly.
That, like, and in everyday culture, everyday life.
I think because my infatuation with the song, I refuse to believe, or I don't want to believe that that's just a one-hit wonder type something.
I don't think that is the case at all because I feel like the man has displayed talent and you could hear the man legit can sing, like dance, different things. He's a charismatic type of dude. You could see that.
I don't know him personally. So
like, just following my Instagram and stuff like that, different moves the man to make, looking at the videos and stuff. From his video alone, the way he interacts with the camera and things like that is something that's different than a lot of artists. You can see the man is comfortable.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It don't seem like he just come out of nowhere. Like he said, like
you can see he's been doing stuff. I just find out about it.
Exactly,
like,
he just get popular now. So that's what I say. I mean,
the man ready to go. That's why I'm saying. That's why, at least from my eyes, how it looks from the outside, it looks like this man is ready to go. If this man, he just needs more songs, keep making songs and stuff like that.
I would definitely support this man 100. And I mean, going else about St. Martin artists. I mean, you got Voss, King Voss. I mean, this man, the man big. No, home the man got tunes, boy. The man making big moves and things. So I mean, I was just talking about REC specifically because when it comes to like backing from fans,
is REC
by they top in St. Martin for sure.
I feel
for now at least.
I just feel like music videos is a similar way to be like, yo, look at all the different music videos from St. Martin. All of this is free advertising for the tourism bureau to attract people, showing the beauty of the beaches and different things like that. Government should just have a fund basically to be like, yo, if for young artists that want to shoot videos and things, here's this money. Like, you just fill in a certain farm or whatever, get access to this money, shoot your video because this is in benefit of the island. Like. Yeah, as long as it's not maybe something like whatchamacallit, like Bush Boys back in the day. Like I understand that may not be I understand that may not be the image you want to put out there. But then from like D-Colors videos and stuff like that, some of the things this man do is beautiful and nothing but beautiful imagery. This man showing greenery and white sandy beaches and things.
About this man.
This man, the man on the rise, boy.
He continue. He gonna be one of the biggest solo artists in St. Martin. Guarantee you.
When did D-Colors and Kenyo track coming?
That's a good question.
Similar veins of artists.
No.
Can't mean thing is sing soca and he is more like
man, Kenyo could actually do more than Nana because the first time I see Kenyo was, if I'm not mistaken, 2014 talent show. That's the first time I ever see Kenyo perform, and from then on he was singing a lot of songs. He had some of his own songs he had sing for talent show. I'm not 100% sure what the title was or whatnot, or if they published. Fail. But he had singles from since about 2014, 2015.
Who we just compared that? It was Kenya and D-Colors. D-Colors is more of a pop type vibe.
I feel like they both can live in the same. If you put them on the same song, I feel like they both can coexist in a similar genre.
I think so too. I mean, look, Gilla and D-Colors. I mean, Gilla could do hip hop thing too. So I mean, that might be a bad comparison. Actually, never mind. I take that one.
Yeah, they both kind of mainstream-ish type of sound. They both can sing and they I feel Kenyo singing is a little more different than D-Colors singing, but.
Because
Kenyo's like, I mean, not to try to shade at D-Colors singing because the man could do a lot more than me.
D-Colors doing a lot.
He could do a lot more than me.
That's what I stopped was saying was.
I feel like Kenyo is just more. D-Colors I see him as also a rapper type of dude. He also has that element in his game. So to me, Kenyo just more specific, specialized. Like I'm a singing person. Like singing is what I do. I ain't necessarily trying to, or at least that's the vibe that I get from Kenyo.
I ain't really get the whole rapping vibe from him either, to be quite honest. So I feel you down. But I mean, they got others here and there. No, just I don't know if they're inconsistent or if it's just like is other things. Like I mean, you got General Perry, you got
They got General. They got what your name is?
Solo Queen.
Solo Queen. They got Rum.
Yeah.
They got O3.
We can't forget about Rum O3 as well. Soca artists.
All of
Soca
these
artists.
people out
Soca,
there.
they got
Soca
Roma.
artists. Hey,
They got
this
DKP.
This
And
man
all
got
of these
some
people
big.
that out there being ambassadors for St. Martin and stuff, putting on, representing
Shout
St.
out
Martin
Kelvin.
culture in different ways and
I
things.
forget what they call
Yeah.
himself.
Calvin.
Yeah.
Producer Kali. From
No, not Calvin.
They ain't in the
Kelvin.
Kelvin.
With the locks and things,
Yeah.
Soca artists, man.
Yeah.
Only Kelvin I can think of is King James.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. King James.
He said-
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out King James. You know, the man. The man chewed the kid me, boy.
Which one now?
I tried to remember the name of stuff. He called me last year. Crap. I can't. I have the beat in my
for the
head, but
Soca
I
Rumble?
want. Yeah. I don't want to say it in my head because I
know.
don't want to say it out loud because it sounds stupid and I make fun of people when they sing it. So you know, I don't want that karma come back on me. So
We understand the circumstances.
man, you know, I continue the conversation. This will piss me off. I got 5 minutes.
Just to bring up something quick that you had mentioned, Red Eye Crew is actually working with a French side government to get something in works and whatnot.
Okay, so I gotta take it back what I said then.
That was in the works, but ever since something had happened in 2015, I believe it was, that connection kind of died down a bit.
Oh shit.
So yeah, that's the
Not
problem there.
rough. Not rough, man.
And to bring up your question earlier about if the festival is going to help, it depends on what kind of festivals I would have to look for to
And promoting it.
promote.
Nice.
Because I could either do festivals for the locals or for the internationals. But if I do it for the internationals, we would have to do like, let me say,
Do that.
for every cruise ship that come in, you ask 100 people to fill in something about what's their favorite type of music and count that
Nah,
up, and
I
then
feel
you
so
say,
bad.
okay, of this group of tourists who love St. Martin that's come and they like this type of music, maybe you could persuade them to come because you got these type of artists who just play their favorite type of music for them. So it depends on which angle you'll actually look to organize the event to see how you work out the best.
Listen, I am of the belief that any idea is a good idea. It all depends on how it's executed.
That's a fact.
Because I've seen many times the way you propose something like it's
debatable.
to me it's like this. If you want to do something, it may not always be the right fit for a certain place or whatever, but almost any idea can work if it's executed properly.
Yeah, but just because it can work doesn't mean it's a good idea.
That too.
if it works and it's successful and if it accomplishes
I
the
don't
goal
see
that
where
was
this-
set out,
I don't see where this
if
going.
it accomplishes the goal that was set out, how is it not good? If, for example, the idea was let's organize a festival for locals and for international people and thing, it might be like, okay, that some people might say that's a bad idea,
But
but it
that's the
just
thing,
depends
exa-
on how are you executing and how much research are you willing to do to ensure that you execute it good. Are you going to, like we were saying about handing out surveys and different things like that to find out what interest would people. Like how you would need to do the same thing in order to execute that idea well. It would just
I
be
could-
different
I could-
questions
I
and
could-
stuff like
I-
that. You need to find out. Be like, okay,
see your
what is the
arguments on that.
commonalities between
The what?
what are the commonalities
Oh.
between international fans and the local people? What do you what is it that the local people want? What price point works for them? What artists do they want to see? All of these type of things. What works for the international people? Once you have that information, now look at, okay, cool. What's the cross section? Where's the overlap? And those you focus on that as whatever the selling point is. Any idea can be a good idea if you're willing to make it work, dog. It may not work out for St. Martin, but you could have tried it somewhere else.
But I mean,
this
if
is
it
what
didn't
I'm
work-
saying.
but I mean, if it
Any
didn't work-
idea can be good. It doesn't matter how you execute
But
this
I
idea.
mean,
dog.
but if it didn't work out, I mean, it wasn't a good idea, no?
Yeah, but I said if it does work out, if it does achieve the goal that you set out to,
Oh,
if
then-
your
yeah,
goal
yeah.
was, okay, we trying to have 500 festival people and that's what we judging the success as. Because from the time you organize the plan, you need to have some kind of metric
estimate.
set up so you can be like, okay, was this a good thing? How do you continue and plan the next one? Like, you need to know before you even started how it is, what will be your success measurement.
Yeah.
And if you set out to be like, okay, we want 85% attendance, that's our goal, to be like, okay, we had a successful festival. That means I'd assume you don't budget how much money you're going to make if you have that amount of people coming to your festival from tickets sold, or maybe an estimate if everybody buys one drink, one food and thing. I know these type of things because in my mind, or I have to do festival organization. Like, that was part of my thing. Getting lectures and stuff from one of the dudes from Apple Pop or Pink Pop and stuff like that. One of the
Pink Pop.
organizers from that dude is who was like one of my lecturers, and that shit's dope. When you see the amount of detail and planning these people go into, is like anything can work, dog. You just gotta find the right niche, the right advertising, the right marketing for it. Any idea can work. It's just how it's executed.
I still find that could be debatable because some things.
Tell me an idea that wouldn't work, and I'll tell you how it can.
Like genetic testing, like I don't see that as a good idea. Like
genetic testing in what way? Like on what?
Like fucking around with human genetics. Like I don't see that being a good idea. Period. Because then somebody else gonna get that technology and then they gonna mess it up and we all screwed. AI, I don't find that's a good idea either. Artificial intelligence, I don't find that's a good idea. That's just me personally. But I don't find like it's a good idea. Because I really find there's going to be some asshole who's going to be like, hey, I could do this. Or I don't find this is good enough. Or I don't find this working. And then they go and screw up the whole system. And then we all dead. We're going to blow up.
Okay, Kana. I don't know how you want me to respond to that because it's like
you tell me in your situation. I don't find AI to me ain't a good idea.
We talking about two totally different subjects right now.
You understand? And like I don't know how the man want me to respond to that. Like you clearly saw the types of ideas and stuff I was laying out.
But you didn't say specifically. You just say give you a good idea. I don't find that a good idea.
And that's another thing where I don't need to give you the good idea. I don't need to rebut the argument because there's many people that already been talking about the upsides. The reason why you even looking into all of those technologies because of all the upsides and stuff like that. At the same time, yes, there does exist a downside does exist.
But I mean that would be in anything then. If that's the case, then
every single thing have a downside.
Yeah.
Then that's just how I see life. Everything has a downside.
Everything is balanced. At the end
it's all about perspective. However you look at something, you can find a positive, you can find a negative in anything.
That is true. I completely.
So like with the GMOs and stuff like that. I mean, there's bigger apples and redder fruits and things that stay good for longer.
So what's the negativity? What's the negative thing with going vegan?
You stop eating chicken.
Yeah, if you like flavor and stuff like that, if taste is what you prioritize,
but then isn't taste just what you get accustomed to? So can't you just get accustomed to something else?
You could readjust, but not everybody necessarily eats because they want to have logic. Not everybody eats for logical reasons, like because they want to say.
A lot of people don't do a lot of shit for logical reasons.
I mean, I feel like the veganism thing. Most people's argument for veganism is based on a logical thing because of how much water it takes to raise cattle and things. So if you look at the meat industry and all of that, how detrimental it is on a worldwide scale because of how much resources it uses and stuff like that, because of the cruelty to animals. These are all logical reasons. Some people just eat because like, chicken tastes good. It's just that simple for them. I don't care about all of these other long-term effects and whatever it does. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a logical thing. It's an emotional thing for some people. And that's why it all depends on what you prioritize. Not everybody prioritizes the logical, the rational. Some people.
I just bring up because we were saying like everything got a bad thing. I remember we was talking last week about the whole logic behind going vegan. You go vegan, B? No. I mean, I go and all talk to care about you go vegan.
I tell myself already, if I would have to go down that road, the first I could go is vegetarian. I cannot go full vegan.
I don't think so either. No, I don't care enough. To be quite honest, I really don't care enough.
And I understand that completely.
So like, it's not as the environment something, but like people to be like, oh yeah, the animals. I mean, them over me. I mean, I want to eat human. I kind of like lamb. I like steak. So I mean, I ain't want no human tartar. So that's just me personally. I mean, they got people out there in the world whose culture is completely different. I mean, they got Chinese people eating man and dog and them kind of ones. So I mean,
like for me, I did the vegan thing for a while, but that requires too much reprogramming in some ways. Like when you look at the amount of some of my go-to meals and things that I know how to cook, things that I just kind of do on like an autopilot, the amount of relearning how to do new types of dishes. If you go vegan, kind of like vegetarian is bad enough. Cut out all the meat. Okay, so now I gotta find a ways to cook without meat. And now it's like, okay, cool. So no more pizzas. If you cut no cheese now on top of that with going vegan, for example, no more pizzas, no more like pastas and all of these type of things that. It's just go-to meals for me in cooking and stuff.
Vegetarian, if you have to go vegetarian is a eating choice. Vegan is a lifestyle.
Yep.
Like that.
Exactly. And for vegetarian, all you gotta do is
everybody who to do it. Yeah. You're definitely a stronger person than me. You're a stronger person than me. You're a better person than me, and they need more humans like you in the world. Because
if you go vegetarian, all you gotta do is replace all your meat with tofu, and that's it.
No, I can.
Yeah,
Okay, I ain't saying it's the best tasting thing in the world.
Like, that's kind of how it
But
went.
if you really think of it, all your meat could be replaced by tofu. How
I
you
know,
just cook
it's-
your meat?
That's
Cook the
like,
tofu like that.
that's like asking you leave a Dutch person cook your meat, or you leave somebody from the Caribbean cook your meat. It's like you want unseasoned thing, or you want something.
Okay, when
with
you're talking
flavor.
about Dutch, you're talking about Holland Dutch or Suriname Dutch?
No, I talking
Suriname
about
is Suriname.
like Nederlanders.
We know like I'm the biggest fan of Surinamese people's cooking. Like, yo,
Shout out to my Suriname people.
I
don't think there's
it would
nothing-
be. I think that would be my second.
yo.
One of my. Okay,
My
me have to
favorite, some of my
really think.
favorite cuisines is like Italian. Like I love pastas and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like
and
the
then
pasta
right
too.
after that is probably Surinamese, and Chinese maybe is like after that. Like
I think Chinese is favorite junk food, or like quote unquote junk food. Like if you had to consider
Like
that,
a satay potato and them one.
yeah, salted potato
man,
or
you
chicken
eat the
fried
chop suey, though.
rice.
You gotta eat the chop suey. Like chop suey with some white rice. That's just not stir fried vegetables and some chicken.
You learn that, or you start eating that from a girlfriend at one point in
Nah,
time.
my mother been eating chop
Oh,
suey and like
some woman. I know it has to be some female. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for sound sexist, but it had to be some female. I know it has to
my
be.
mother been a health conscious woman and stuff like that.
No,
So
but that's
it's
good.
like, okay, if I could go Chinese, what's the healthy Chinese I could get somewhat? And it's like white rice, vegetables. It all tastes good, though.
But I mean, okay, don't get me wrong though. Surinamese food bang. You know, I love my moxie meti, but
all of that. Like, I mean, not a stereotypical basic stuff.
to me
It is basic.
the best is Japanese, boy, hands down, boy. Japanese cuisine, but as me,
I
maybe
know
I have
about
a
Pam's.
what
maybe I
about
have a-
Japanese? Kind of sushi is the stereotypical Japanese cuisine.
Yo, they
but
got
I mean, like,
so
what?
much more than sushi. That
I know ramen from watching it.
they got ramen. They got
I ain't gonna lie, ramen is great. I had it once by this place and thing.
no,
and
it's
like,
no, it's garbage. There's no way nobody could tell me anything here in Holland tastes like anything.
I ain't saying it
Then
tastes
buy
like.
me-
I know, but no, don't get me wrong. I'm not attacking you personally. I just, I just get a little personal because it's not the same. It's not the same.
Well, buy also ticket to go to Japan so we can eat it.
You understand?
Sure.
No, but
Like-
they got a whole bunch of things. They got, like, for instance, they got a fried chicken. They call chicken namban. It's like an orange chicken. If I had to like compare it to something that we know, it's like an orange chicken, but they glaze it in like a mayonnaise sauce. It's one of the best chickens I had in my life.
True.
But even though I do like Japanese food, the best chicken I ever had, legit, hands down. And
Sweet and sour
I
chicken?
traveled around the world. No, by Vietnam, by Vietnam, I had the best chicken I had in my life.
The best chicken in life.
Like,
I've never thought about what was the best chicken.
Best,
Like,
yo,
never
what
thought
was
of
your what was your like most memorable chicken moment? Everything from fried chicken, baked chicken, stewed chicken. What was your favorite chicken moment? That's a good question for the audience. Yo, are you listening? Leave us know what was your favorite chicken moment.
I never thought I
You gonna make me go home and think on this shit for real.
I've pondered a lot of things in life,
What was
but
your
I don't
favorite
think I've
chicken
ever
moment?
pondered
man?
this.
I have two Popeyes in Vietnam as well, cause that was good.
I got mine.
And a local Vietnamese restaurant said I got asked my partner John, shout out John, about it on what it's called because damn, that was good. But what was yours being?
In Suriname, they got this bootleg KFC, as I just call it, called Naskip.
Yes.
Nah, skip
man.
is
Nah, man.
life.
No man. It can't.
Life.
Nah, skip can't beat Popeyes. I'm sorry.
Which Popeyes?
American Popeyes.
Okay, I never eat American Popeyes.
Okay, okay, maybe that's me again being biased and being more
Yo,
like
nah,
on
skip
American
is
side.
life.
I think I would probably go with sweet and sour chicken, like Chinese,
Like
sweet and sour chicken.
chicken?
I think that's probably like
That's your memorable
I think
chicken.
like
That's your like
probably
favorite
like
chicken
my
moment,
favorite
dog?
chicken like
Really?
form the chicken the way to prepare it. I guess like I don't know.
That's your most memorable chicken moment. Sweet and sour chicken. Like, okay, which one
Like,
then? From
alright,
St.
it was
Martin?
bang.
From St. Martin? From Holland?
From like Mambo, for example, like they just make pretty damn good sweet and sour chicken. Mambo in Simon, the
Okay.
sweet and sour chicken, it's pretty good. Like, but to me, almost every Chinese restaurant I've went, the sweet and sour chicken is more or less the same.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
sweet and sour chicken in particular is more or less the same.
Yeah.
So I just feel like sweet and sour chicken in general from a Chinese restaurant. I don't know which one where like
But it's true. But you know why it is? Because sweet and sour chicken, because just like you say, is a known something is a safe meal. So you know, anywhere you go, if somebody say, yo, you want Chinese? Yeah, man, you know, I could go with this sweet and sour chicken. You know that that's a go-to something like a chicken fried rice.
Like for me, I know my ribs moment. Cause to me, it's Max Plays Ribs. Like
Okay,
there's no Max Plays Ribs.
Nah, I can't. I don't.
There's other good place. I've had good barbecue ribs and thing, but Max Plays Ribs regarding just
come off the bone.
Thank you, Bean. You know, just articulating it perfectly for me.
They have a plate. They have a
Max
place.
Plays got the chicken pasta as well, and the scallop potato.
No,
Max Plays
the
just
mussel
banging
pasta.
that.
The mussel pasta.
I ain't want no muscles in my pasta.
Yo,
I need it weak.
I know.
I want no muscles.
And you call me a fool? You have the audacity to call me a fool?
I'm a rapper. That's a word play right there.
The man don't want no gains in your pasta.
No, I need weak pasta.
That gotta be a new track, dog. No gains in your pasta.
Yeah, the chicken pasta from Max Place is good shit, dog.
But
the guy got garlic shrimp. The shrimp.
I had the chicken there. I had the chicken there too. I mean, it's.
I mean, we talking about the chicken. We talking about the ribs.
Did you not talk about Max Place on the last podcast? I remember having this conversation recently with somebody talking about like,
I don't think it's
I
don't think.
No, this was somebody else. I was asking, what's the status of Max Place? You know, with post Irma and stuff. Like, does it still exist? Is it still open?
Oh, it still does.
Yes, it does.
That's good news.
That's good.
You know when you live down the road, shut up, Gary.
Yeah.
When you live down the road, you just know these things quick.
But yeah, I gotta go back there. You know.
No, you gotta try from Japan too. The beef, boy, Kobe beef.
Now what? If I go to Japan, I gonna sit there for like half a year.
Ramen. They
I
got
just
something like
have to go there and stay for a while.
katsudon, which is like rice, but it's sweet rice, and then it is an egg on top with like a chicken cutlet type something.
Chicken cutlet. That's another form of chicken that I enjoy a lot.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I love a chicken cutlet from the
But
Chinese restaurant.
is lumber stuff will really get me in that whole chicken cutlet life because
with the chicken sauce and
yeah,
sauce. You need
chicken sauce, but
Mm-hmm.
hey, I've yet to get somewhere that I got
look,
decent chicken sauce next to my.
I'm in this match for 4 years. Y'all make me a little depressed over here.
But you gotta go.
I had it in so long.
You gotta go come in Amsterdam. I know there's like one of the few Chinese restaurants in Amsterdam that's like somewhat like Antillean Chinese, like what we used to, you know.
I'm gonna save it in my phone later.
They got that, and they got one in Belmont too that ain't bad. They're by the port there by Blocker.
According to me, they have a camion in the start and they have a camion in Belmer, if I'm not mistaken.
And I think it's something.
But they have
similar.
they got multiple Chinese in Belmer, so it could one of them. It could be camion and another one.
True.
But
I think that the one is a name similar, but not exactly the same. It's like one of those, like the Chinese names that sound alike, but they ain't alike because
So Bean, I know we got kind of distracted and way off topic with this interview. But you know, Chicha, baby, before you wrap up and all of these things, because I'm not saying wrapping up no, but I mean to get back on topic, like what do you have upcoming regarding DJing? Like
what you got to plug? What do people got to look forward to?
If somebody wants to see you play again, what's the next upcoming thing, if there is anything already known?
Right now, nothing is known. I am working on something to play the 30th of March. I believe that's a Friday to go into my birthday.
Okay.
But the only thing I really have is the last Friday turn-ups. Every last Friday of the month, I just go live on Facebook, play music for the people, have them enjoy themselves. And other than that, the only thing I really working on is my website.
I recently saw that you had posted a little bit of the logo and thing about your website and thing. So like what you plan to, what type of content can people expect to see on your website? Mixes, I assume.
You see, when you come Holland, you just learn a hard lesson, and promoters want to see websites. So now I got to try get my website up in order, everything getting smooth and whatnot. But what you can mostly find is probably videos of where I perform. Mixes.
Causing me like
pictures.
why you need a website when social media is there?
Social media is there, but social media don't do enough.
Okay.
You see, when you talk to a lot of DJs and they just be like, yeah, just go on the websites because you can find everything a lot quick on websites.
Okay.
Instead of going, okay, Facebook got this, Twitter got that, Instagram got this got that.
And then you also have to search to try to figure out like what type of content this is and stuff like that. Whereas on a website, it's like, this is my portfolio, this is my resume. Here's everything I've did from like all of that.
And not only that,
that makes sense.
With a website is the best way to get the promoters to get your press kit, because press kit is something big in Holland. I didn't know that until recent. And basically a press kit is a zip folder they have to download with your pictures in it
A
that
little
I
bit
have
of
to go under.
story.
A story, your pictures, your logo, and if you have any, you have to give your video animations if they got background screen. So I have to get all of that in order and whatnot.
That sounds complex.
It's similar to like when artists performing at the festival and thing, they just send the writer and stuff of like, okay, I need 3 bottles of Hennessy, I need this type of mic, I need this TV, like all of the. That's kind of how it is go. If you get in certain
They can
artists,
specify what mics they need as well.
yeah, because like if you're doing a rock concert, for example, the type of equipment is very dependent. Like this guitar sounds like this way, this guitar sounds like that way. I need to get this guitar with this mic amped up to it in a certain way to get this particular sound, because this is what we was rehearsing with our sound guy that create that exact sound on whatever. Like
That sounds complex too.
yeah, like that's
Anything
what
in the
that's what
music industry-
engineers is. That's what like professional audio engineers and stuff, stage technicians and things, is their job to know like, okay,
God knows when.
get the writers and
Anything
whatnot.
in the music industry is just a whole lot of work, especially in these big places like Holland.
I think anything is a lot of work once you take it. Once
That
you take
is
it
true.
serious.
Some things harder
Depends
than
what level
others,
you're
but-
doing it on. Depends what level you're doing it on.
That's what more mean.
That, like-
Depending on what level you do it on.
I mean, volleyball could be hard or it could be really, really easy. If you're doing Olympic level volleyball type of shit versus compared to recreational people, like,
exactly.
Yeah.
or if you're doing looking at Coachella organizing one of those type of festivals
Versus
versus
Heineken
like. I sure Heineken Regatta is still a lot of work to go into that festival.
No,
like,
I'm
from
not.
stage
It's a lot.
setup and
I'm
everything.
sure.
Like I know that's still
I'm sure.
the 3 day.
But I just
how long is 5 days, 4 days? The
like
whole
a
week.
week, man, like
No,
a
it's
week.
from Wednesday to
I
Sunday.
know. You know what I mean?
Wednesday to Sunday. And for them to organize that, they have to write a 600-page plan for an AMPAC.
The amount
I
of-
know
the
how to
amount
plan
of
for
per-
AMPAC is in English.
Like the amount of I don't know the thing,
Boom,
but
boom.
the amount of
600.
like permits and different things that need to be regulated for the locations that they use in bringing in people, securities and volunteers and like
Well,
yeah, more or less, and adjust it. I mean, when you have something going on, an annual festival, it would be stupid to be like, why would we throw away all the stuff that we just did last year with budgeting and all of that?
Exactly.
So they just update it, I assume, whatever's new this year.
No, but that's 600-page thing, and that's what I actually going to end up working myself too, because that's the amount you're going to have to write if you want to really organize events.
Hey, kudos to people like
Like
you.
when I saw the list, like the breakdown, kind of like the lecturer that I had from my event management class, he had show us the actual list that he used from one of the festivals he had organized. Like, yo, the amount of details, like they really plan everything on by the detail regarding who's doing what, when is it happening, what date and everything. Like, call this person after the call, like. That is very, very detailed and everything, so that they make sure we know how everything is happening and we
Who
can
are
clearly
responsible
track
for
everything and we
yeah.
can see where it went wrong and stuff. Like they
Cause they probably mess up a lot before.
like
Either
from
had
6
somebody-
months in advance and thing from when it's just maybe a weekend or whatever, and they don't start from 6 months in advance. Like, okay, tickets on sale now and stuff like that. The Facebook page is set up.
Yep.
Okay, we could start collecting the pre-sale tickets so that once we have this amount of money, we know we could buy this and this and that. We could get a stage. We could do
Oh,
this.
we could
Like,
pay off this one,
yeah.
we could pay off that one.
or we could confirm this artist and stuff, because now we have a certain amount of pre-sale tickets sold and stuff, and we could offer them, we don't reach out to this and this sponsor to pay for the stage and blah blah blah. And like the amount of
I could
detail,
imagine.
dog, is crazy.
I can imagine. I give me a little headache there, so I can't even go lie to you. But
And then they ain't even talking about none of the financials when the man was
Okay,
going
no,
through
no,
like
no.
budgeting,
That
dog.
was the
Come,
fourth
come,
step.
Like
before
budgeting and all of that
everything.
is
come.
crazy.
I got budgeting and finance at the end of the month. I done and man ain't capable. So, but yeah, you know, I think we've been here for a while. We strayed on a whole plethora of topics. We didn't stick on one, but you know that's usually how it is there on the LinkUp. You know, it's free flowing conversation. So before we actually do close it, give the people where they could find you, where they could reach you, how they could reach you.
Social medias and whatnot.
Every single social media, you could end off with a handle DJB97.
Okay, so that's
So
Instagram.
Snapchat, Instagram, DJB97, Facebook, facebook.com/DJB97,
Consistent, that was
Twitter,
good.
the same thing.
Uniformity makes it easy for people. You know?
Yeah.
Everything is DJB97. Website going to be up on my birthday itself, March 31st. So
Hey.
I'm going to have people building up to that.
Not leaving out, you know, sorry, don't forget. You can't say they know who birthday was.
And to end off on a positive note, everybody just stay safe, be blessed, be happy, and make sure you do the best in everything you can responsibly, because you don't want to have no tragic accidents or anything. And I wish everybody a very happy end of the year.
Hey. I mean, and I mean,
Happy rest of the year, my bad.
we kind of early. I mean,
Why, yeah, like,
After the 2017.
January?
After the
it's the
2017.
19th of January.
A very
I mean,
happy rest of the year.
Okay.
I mean that's
You heard it yourself from DJ Bean.
Much appreciated. And again, like always, if you have anything else y'all want us to talk about, or any other subjects y'all would like us to talk about, let us know in the comments. Link up Facebook page, link up YouTube. You can just type in the Link Up podcast. It's a lot easier to find us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or you can hit up me and Mr. King directly. And again, with that, leave us know what your favorite chicken moment was. You know that question on the podcast.
Question of the week. Favorite chicken experience.
You know,
most memorable.
What was your most memorable chicken experience? You know, let me hear some of our chicken stories.
So stereotypical black. Like, black people talking about chicken. A room full of black people talking about chicken.
But I mean, at least they chicken and Kool-Aid. Yo, actually the best chicken and waffles too I had was in Japan.
No, we're starting a new discussion. That's not what we're here to do. So I would just like to say thank you, Bean, for taking the trip, making the journey.
Yes, it's much
Anytime. I'll be back sometime.
And for being a listener as well, again, like I didn't say before, subscribe to the YouTube channel,
We appreciate everybody listening.
Support the boy, homie, Bean, DJ Bean. Check out his mixtapes, and I show you on SoundCloud too, right?
I am Mixcloud.
Mixcloud.
Mm-hmm.
So check out the cloud and type in DJ Bean. Type in DJ Bean, you might just see. Blessings everybody till next time.
Yes, with that we'll see you the next time we link up.
Bless.
Done.
Peace out.